It is time to go to Elise now because we've got a lot to talk about. We've got our own, again, stifling temperatures here and talking about what's going on in Northern California and really all over the West Coast. It's just incredible what they're dealing with.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, the heat continues back to the west. It continues for much of the country, and that includes here in North Texas. We had a little bit of a break last week, early in the week, thanks to that cold front. But ever since then, we have been watching his numbers go up a little bit more each and every day. And today will be the hottest of the past several. That's why we've got a heat advisory going in effect here at noon. It takes us all the way to tomorrow evening. Feels like temperatures throughout the advised area will be topping 105. Now, it's not just us dealing with the heat. High pressure over the center of the country. It expands all the way up through the Midwest, that heat advisory, and through the plains, even back to the southeast. So several states are dealing with the heat. Even at this midday, we've got upper 80s throughout that advised area as we look from Texas all the way up through Oklahoma and Kansas. A little bit of relief back to the northwest, and that's the one spot where low pressure is, where we can get some rain and some clouds. Everybody else bracing for a typical August setup. Right now, 88 from the airport, feels like 95, so it feels 7 degrees warmer than it is because of that dew point number. So that measure of moisture staying really high. Southwest winds are helping us to keep that around. We've got a wind up to 16 miles per hour, and it's going to be able to gust 20 to 25 miles an hour throughout the entire day. That's through this afternoon all the way up to this evening. We will keep things breezy like yesterday. So just a little bit of relief, hopefully, from that heat, but still a day to be careful. Upper 90s for your afternoon, mostly sunny, and will slowly start to drop into the 80s this evening, with feels like temperatures by the middle of the afternoon as high as 108, maybe some spots pushing 109. So this is the time of year where we can't really emphasize this enough, how quickly heat-related illness can set in. Heat exhaustion, of course, is one thing we watch for, but heat stroke is even more serious. That's where you have no sweating involved. So that's always a bad sign. If you have a throbbing headache, you've been out in the heat, no sweating, and if you lose consciousness, that's, of course, something to watch for. So in that scenario, absolutely call 911. The heat exhaustion, you might be able to take care of it yourself. A cold compress would help, maybe taking a cool shower. So a couple of symptoms that we're going to need to watch for, because this heat is here to stay all through this week. We're talking about high pressure on either coastline, and numbers just kind of able to stay really at average or slightly above that, with a bit of rain finally in the forecast by the time we get to the weekend.